So Tom is a fiend and opened up his mystery booster 2 box. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do something with this. So we...
Hey now, hang on. We decided this beforehand. Yeah, we've got 14 weeks left.
No.
Yeah.
14 weeks left of the... No, what?
Yeah, and 7 episodes left.
Oh, yeah, 7 episodes. Yeah, 17 episodes left.
So 14 weeks.
7 episodes left. Sorry.
And then
dude,
whole year of the podcast.
It's late on a Tuesday. This is not time for doing.
We need to get birthday cake.
Simple math.
It'll be January, right?
I think we started in February.
Did we? Wow.
Wait, so next episode is December 3rd, then December 17th, then New Year's Eve.
Nice.
Oh no, wait, no, I'm looking at 2 weeks from Tuesday. Jesus Christ, this is how fucking tired I am. Okay, so next episode is the 5th of December.
5th.
Yeah.
Then the
19th, then the 2nd of January. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So the anniversary episode should be February 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising. I genuinely thought it would earlier in the year than that.
No, I'm pretty sure we started late February because it just took us forever to actually do anything. That was the issue. Like I'm pretty sure I messaged you and Kerry and our secret fourth non-host in like December. And I want to do this thing, and it just took a while to like get it all together.
Well, it was our friend anniversary on Discord last week, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, it keeps reminding me of friend anniversaries, and I'm like, okay, cool, I guess.
It would have been
after.
I was just say so millennial coded. Could be like, here's your friend anniversary. Like, okay, cool.
It would have been after Command Fest, probably. Just before Command Fest, maybe.
It would have been after Birmingham, right?
No, I think it was just before.
Okay, I have no.
Yeah, I think it was like week.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that's wild, crazy. So this is episode 19. Good segue, rolling into the intro.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 19 of the Magic Houses podcast, a Magic the Gathering podcast. I am Tom Overfiend with an X. That's going to stick. That's going to be the intro. That's our only one may stand, or Manasplaining, or
what? Tom Overfiend with the X?
Oh no, a Magic the Gathering podcast. That's my personal one.
I mean, you can say that. It's technically true.
Yeah. And this is Adam GCB.
Hello.
Tired.
Good, tired. Had a long weekend, and then kind of rolling back into work.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays fucking suck, and then a Tuesday where it's miserable outside and it's snowy and cold, and the dogs don't really want to be outside for long, and I don't want to be outside for long. It's just.
You started back today, right? You had yesterday off.
Yes, I had yesterday off, and then because recovering from a long weekend, I'm just at that stage of my life now where if I don't have a day at home to like reset, I know I'm fucked for the week. So we were both in London for 2 days. I got back late Sunday because of travel issues, and I was like, I actually need a day off. So I had a pre-planned day off anyway. I wasn't Skyping. I wouldn't announce publicly that I was Skyping. Jesus Christ. I
regret not having the day off. I felt terrible yesterday. It was awful. And I got back early in the year as well, so did I? No, because I had a bit of a detour on the way back, so you ended up getting back for me. But
so we were in East London, I guess, right?
London.
Doing some things that we'll get to in a second, and then my journey home was a fucking nightmare because the way I usually get home back into Oxford to Paddington, it's direct line, easy, nice. Yeah. It's saving grace of why I live here. And that line was completely shut on Sunday, so I had to kind of like go all the way round, the arse end of nowhere. to get home.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fine. It took like 3. I was on trains for 3 hours, which is it's nuts. Where I went, I think I was traveling for about 5 and a bit hours, and then I got home and I could have flown to New York in that time. Like it's just sad. It's
wild.
It just makes me so sad. But yeah.
I think my drive was only 2 hours back, which is wild because it was 3 hours there, but that's the difference between a Friday and a Sunday, isn't it, really? It's, it's
kind of getting out of London is usually easier than getting in. For sure.
I went through several tunnels getting in. I went through several tunnels and around a bunch of islands and on so many dual carriageways, and out I was just on like just normal streets, and then I was on the motorway. And I was thinking to myself, how have I... It's wild. So they don't want you getting in London, getting out.
No,
Royce.
I mean, they literally have put up every sort of tactic to make sure you don't come in, right? With like congestion charge and all that nonsense.
Oh God, that was a nightmare. So panicking about that and totally forgetting that I've got a hybrid. I must have found some dodgy website because I put my number plate in first, and it was like, oh, you've got to pay this unless it's fully electric, and I was like,
no, yeah.
I spoke to one of the guys and they were like, nah, it's Europe.
Yeah, hybrids are fine. We had something similar where we were driving to Portsmouth, go see a concert, and I think most of Portsmouth is like a ultra low emission zone as well.
Yeah.
And we were like, are we okay? And we were just checking in the car and was like literally just driving like, are we okay? Like, you got to be careful with that stuff, but if you got a hybrid, you're usually fine.
I was panicking that it was going to be 35 quid on top of everything. It went, oh God, don't even get me started on that. Let's roll on to
move. Welcome back. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Every engagement helps. Leave a comment, leave a review, follow us on Blue Sky.
Yes.
Really enjoying the Blue Sky energy
I've got to
now.
Say, some of the best work you've ever done so far has been on Blue Sky.
Thank you.
It's amazed me daily.
Yeah, we were talking about this like on the weekend where I'm so critical of like the stuff that we put out in terms of like the shit post, where I'm like, it has to be clever and it has to make me like not think, but I can't just put out like lol card bad. But I think like obviously that's stuff that does typically really well, and we're maybe overthinking some of it, but it's fine. I think, hey, look, we're gonna cultivate the people who get it right, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you want to see our shit posts, you should be following Magic Castles Pod on Blue Sky.
Also, tell us if the subscribe button like sparkled or whatever when we said subscribe.
Oh yeah, there's new things, isn't there? Yeah. Apparently now, like if we say please like, the thumb gets big. Something. It's weird. I don't know if we're special enough to have all those lovely tricks, but let us know below if it has.
Let me try it. See if it's like favors one of us. Please like. There we go.
Okay. There we go.
Let me know who won.
Yeah. Moving swiftly to Upkeep. But before we do that, I have a pre-game action. This episode might be shorter because me and Tom are both tired and are coming down with something, and it hurts to talk.
Yes.
So we might not be yapping as much as normal. We're probably going to move swiftly through things to like preserve our throats because Tom's got an event this weekend. So you're at Action's 10th anniversary. I'm not, but obviously don't want you to be completely destroyed for that. So if you're like, why is this episode not an hour and a half to 2 hours long? That is why. So moving to Upkeep. Tom, what have you been up to?
I don't remember anything before the weekend. I think I played a few games. I don't think I was on any streams. Yeah, last night I was on Chrono's stream. I filled in. It was Chrono, Baz, and Kristen. I got a very sneaky win with Disa where I just stayed quiet for the whole game, and then the game had gone out 45, 2 hours. So I was like, cool, buried alive. Bap, bap, bap. Everyone's
cool.
Yeah, that was good. Have I played any more games? I don't think I have. My memory's shot. It's start traveling and sleeping and Should we do our weekend now? Should we talk about it?
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
because I don't think. I got this TV and that's pretty cool. I got a VCR.
Sure.
New reaction related.
Yeah. You should green screen it. Holy shit! Yeah, you should get like a flat green on it, and then we can green screen stuff to it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I built Plagon. Thinking about it, I built Plagon. The Jumpstart guy. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last stream. I think you did because you, Emma, and Kerry were talking about the anime starfish jellyfish. Yeah. So I maybe have started it, but now it's done. I'm just waiting on the actual card itself, which Renji, bless you, Renji, has opened 2 of and sent me one. So absolute lifesaver. And last night, actually, was it last night? I think it was on an absolute crazy just whim. I built the new Tiny Bones because I had a Rankle deck just sitting around. I never play because it feels a bit mean. So I built new Tiny Bones.
Nice.
I'm hoping to take to Axiom.
Is that playing all the Tiny Bones? Other variants of Tiny Bones in it?
It's got all of Tiny Bones in it. Yeah, it's a little less feel bad than the original one.
I mean, they're all pretty abhorrent.
They're kind of thefty. It's like the first one crossed with the second one because you're stealing cards that people have discarded. So it's a little bit of the second one, a little bit of the first one. So it's like I think the way the deck's going to work is I'm going to be hoping people discard lands to make sure I hit my land drops. Because they'll be discarding random cards a lot of the time. So they're obviously not going to discard the big things. And then basically just like duress, like hand attack, try and find a good card there and then win with that. That's the main plan I've got with it. But yeah, that should be fun. Mono black. Good fun.
All the Tiny Bones outlaws.
Outlaws?
Like, the
mercenaries.
Whatever they're called.
So the first one is a
rogue. They're all rogues.
Are they all rogues? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
they are outlaws, yeah.
That's cool. So it just unlocks like outlaw synergies and probably the stuff that you want to do with Tiny Bones usually plays into those cards. Because there's the like mass recursion one, right? Which is like Returnal Outlaws from your graveyard to the battlefield.
To the battlefield, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in town, yeah.
Yeah. That's quite fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, basically it's just a discard deck. Should be fun. Should be annoying. People are going to hate it, I think. But hey, whatever. And I can also swap it for the original Tiny Bones if I want to be really obnoxious. Because it'll basically be the same deck. So yeah, there's that. Also, I got a bunch of Foundations, cracked it. It's all right. I think the Collector's boosters are a lot better than the normal boosters. I opened a lot of normal boosters. I think I've seen everything that they have to offer. I got one anime card, which was Think Twice, Japanese anime foil Think Twice, which I was a little bit about. I put it in Stella because it's kind of good for her. But yeah, that's me. I think that's me. Cool. Yeah, that's me.
Was it a foil? Is it just a foil?
It's Japanese anime foil, not the sparkle,
not fractured.
Yeah, not fractured, sadly.
I mean, it's still...
Yeah, it's all right.
Decent. Like,
yeah. It's Japanese as well. So
I always think of those cards and those treatments. You kind of actually want, like... You kind of want a mix of the stuff that is, like, playable and everything that you can kind of move between other decks. And then...
Yeah.
The stuff that is, like, specific to, like, one strategy. Like, whilst those are nice to have, but you don't really want to have, like, a whole bunch of those because there's only so many decks you actually really want to put Doubling Season in, even though that seems to be the one they always print in these treatments.
Yeah, I mean, Think Twice is fairly generic. It's,
I think it goes in pretty much everything.
A lot of Spellslinger decks have it, and it's great in Stella, which is one of my favorite decks right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Me. How about you?
Sorry, I'm putting Classic FM on in my kitchen because my dog is barking. She's seen the cat.
That's a valid response.
Give me a 1 second.
Oh, I opened my mystery booster box. I just ended up opening it myself. I was having a bit of a day. I was like, I need something to cheer me up. I'll crack my mystery booster box. Why not? I got the foil. What's the art from? The weird old art that never got printed on real cards.
It's the Magic Online Avatars.
That's it. Yeah, it's the avatar.
Yeah, all the avatar
arts.
It's like a avatar art in a format or something weird. I can't remember, but yeah, they're basically all avatars.
I got Squee, which goes in my Asmar and Malika dice in the Calder card deck, so I threw it in there. I got a few of the cool things: Sensei's Top, Merchant Scroll. A few nice bits. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sadly, no Dark Ritual, which still upsets me to this day. But hey, we'll go.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what have you been up to?
I got my Marvel Secret Lairs.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. I am building. I have a Naya Fight Waiter deck, which I'm going to convert into like a Wolverine Bite/Fight deck. I think that should be a pretty easy conversion. The Waiter was interesting to me because I think the inclusion of white was fun, but the white enraged cards are bad. So I was basically playing it for Drum Bellower and efficient removal. But you don't need efficient removal because all your things fight everything. So
what's this commander?
Waiter, Trainer Prodigy or something. It was the backup in the Naya Ixalan deck. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So it seemed really fun, but I think actually it was just Naya doesn't really work well for that mechanic. I would so.
It feels like the white is literally just there to make it dinosaur, like it works.
Yeah, to get the 3 color dinosaurs, but like none of the free, even the Naya color identity dinosaurs are that great in the enraged strategies. So yeah, I'm going to convert that. I say it's a pretty easy conversion. I think I'm taking out like 60 cards because I'm just getting rid of all the dinosaurs as well. I basically only want like Wolverine and enablers for Wolverine and things that Wolverine can fight if my opponents for some reason have no creatures. So like the indestructible goblin, like the taunt guy.
Yeah, Brush Taunter.
Brush Taunter. So like that's the stuff I kind of want in a deck. I don't need like Wetness and Rages. Find a land. Like I just don't think that's where I want to be. So there's that. I'm going to build Cap. I'm going to try and get like the most obnoxious like American flag sleeves and like an eagle deck box, I think, for Cap. Not like it's not going to be wearing like a red hat or anything, but I think I want to push like I just want like something really like obnoxiously American for Cap.
You should have a bunch of cards on top that are sleeved in red, white, and like there's one in a red, one in a white, one in a blue, one in a red. Yeah. I'd just be like, is it okay if I use these sleeves? Just as a bit of a ha-ha funny.
And then I'm going to take that in like, I don't know what direction I want to take that in. I need to like really sit down and then build it out. And then I've got the green white counters kitty from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, the Sovereign. Sovereign. Okay, Hall. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna convert that into Black Panther, I think, as well. So yeah, I've got like quite a few Marvel decks in mind. I think the Storm is interesting. I just whacked on Calamax. I don't need another Teamer Spellslinger deck. I think that's kind of redundant. So, and then Iron Man. I just pod up a birthing pod that starts at 5 mana. I just don't think is that interesting for me personally. And I think like
what you mean to say is you're leaving that for me to make.
Yeah, and you can and Tom's building it as well.
I have been debating like a budget cap just because there's so many equipments.
You could do,
just living weapons and shit like that. I could just throw them all into a deck and just have a deck that would probably work. I saw a tweet or post or whatever that was quite funny, which was like using all of the equipment that is like weird. So like Cap just throwing like a bunch of like high heel shoes and stuff is like quite funny. But again, I think it would be bad. And like every time you do it, be like, haha, this is funny. I wish I was throwing Excalibur. Well, I mean, I have got Excalibur as well.
Yeah,
I've got a spare line about, so that's decent.
I mean, if it is like thematically funny, but it also does something beneficial to the deck and the game state. I think it's fun. I think it's okay. But if you're like, I'm just purposely playing like bad equipment because it is a chair, I don't think that works. I've also seen things where it's like you can turn things into equipment and then apply them to Cap, and it's like Cap's throwing like people like at people, I guess.
I think between Assassin's Creed, Phyrexia, Bloomburrow, Dustmore, there's enough equipment that is decent for that to work. I've opened so much of those sets. I'm pretty sure I could throw together a Cap deck also, no problem. Yeah,
most equipment's always like fundamentally balanced by the fact that it has to be equipped, right?
Yeah.
So there's not like, outside of the swords, there's nothing really like too scary out there, and most of it's quite cheap. So
that's the thing that's always put me off making an equipment deck, is the fact that it's just like, and then every sword. But I do think I could maybe make a budget version of this, see if I like it, and if I do, just slowly put a sword in. And
but you don't really need the swords though, right? Or do you?
They're all good.
They're all good. Yeah, it's because I've got all the swords in Kosai, so I don't really want to have to buy more. I just Googled Captain America. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm so tired.
I don't know which one I've got in Blind Seer, but it's one of the good ones.
Okay,
so it's the one I bought.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking Caps, the claws on the throw, and it's just whatever. So swords are good because you can hit, and then with the trigger on the stack, throw it, and then untap your lands. Yeah, that's actually quite good. Okay, yeah, that's fucked up. It turns out sword of X and Y is quite good. Who would have thought?
So maybe I do just make a budget version of it, and
I think so. Yeah, because if I take the swords out of Kosai is kind of dead. It's really hard to. Actually, I have to check.
I've got 3 of the swords in Blind Seer. Who knew?
I think I've got 3 in Kosai, and then I've got a Hearth and Home in Volo.
Nice.
Because I picked up a Hearth and Home when they were like cheap. I saw a post that was like, by the way, Sword of Hearth Home's like €5. I was like, yeah, why not? I'm like, what?
Blind Seer's got Forge of Frontier, Hearth and Home, Once and Future. And I've got another Once and Future in Mirko. I think I've got Hearth and Home in Plagon. I think.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all. I never really went down the sword path because they just seem like generically good, which I guess they are in a lot of decks.
Kosai,
until recently, they've been mega bugs.
Yeah, Kosai has a Assassin, Sword of Light and Shadow, a Sword of Truth and Justice, and a Sword of War and Peace.
Oh yeah, I've got the WAP in Starscream.
Yeah. The Truth and Justice was the Secret Lair.
I've got the other WAP in Starscream, Wealth and Power. There's 2 swords of WAP in 2024. Oh yeah. What an age we live in.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So strange. So yeah,
anyway, what else you into?
Not really that much. We recorded with the Manasplaining boys over the weekend. It was a fun game. So Tom is a fiend and opened up his Mystery Booster 2 box. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do something with this. So we...
Hey now, hang on. We decided this beforehand.
I'm sure I said, I've got this box. I want to do something with this.
Yeah,
and then you were like,
cool,
okay, yeah, sure. So without kind of like giving away too much, we basically played a game where the mystery boosters impact the game in a pretty big way, actually. There's some wild stuff that happens. I think that's going to be, we'll see how it's received, but I think like every time a festival in a box rolls around, we'll probably save it and do one of those games. That was a lot of fun. For sure.
Yeah, it was really good fun.
And then I opened up the rest. We opened up the rest afterwards. So they get like any crazy hits. I think the value of this one is a lot lower than Mystery Booster 1, but purely because the hits are really the alchemy cards, right? Like,
yeah.
And it's like anything, the sequel, everyone is breaking up way more to try and get like their quick flips on. So the value of this set does seem to be a bit lower. That's fine. That's cool. I think it's really cool that like it's just gonna be in circulation until they decide to do 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they did Mystery Booster 1, they did Convention Edition, and then COVID, they had a crap load of Convention Edition. That's why it was just thrown into every festival in the box.
Mm-hmm.
But that clearly worked out well for them financially, so they've continued to do that for Mystery Booster 2. Nothing else, really. Like, I've still got crap loads of admin. I opened up a Foundations bundle. It's fine. Like, I think like you, I kind of went through the set afterward, put in my wants to a want list. I was like, oh, I actually only want 10 cards. Like,
most of the good stuff seems to be in Jumpstart. For me, anyway.
The stuff that I want, I think a lot of it is in Jumpstart. Okay, I want 11 cards. And most of them are just like, oh, I just want the special treatment of like Lathril and stuff, basically. Yeah. But yeah, like 11 cards out. And it's a big set, right? But,
yep. I'll say I also opened a starter kit, whatever it is, the starter collection. That's great. There's so much value in that. Cool. Yeah, it's a really good get if you knew. Go grab it.
But yeah, no, nothing too crazy. I think just because I knew we were doing this weekend shoot thing, I kind of didn't really plan any additional Magic stuff around it. So it is what it is. We are going to move over to news.
Also, sorry if I'm sniffing a bit, listeners.
Just edit out.
It's cold.
Edit
I can't go through it. Edit them all out.
Edit out. So I usually hit my my mute button. I just hit my mute button saying I hit my mute button, which is really good audio. News. We didn't talk about the Marvel Secret Lair shenanigans last episode 3. Or did it happen last episode? Or was it okay? This Secret Lair, acquiring the Secret Lair, was probably the most stressed I've been in a really long time in terms of like buying Magic.
Yeah.
Normally, like the process is just it's pretty smooth. I know it's different in the US. In Europe, it's been pretty easy. Like I've never had real issues getting anything because our allocation's different because it's coming out of the European warehouse, not the US one or the US ones. This was like I was worried. Basically, this was like the first time in a really long time I've been worried, probably since they first announced they were going to kind of back to print to demand.
Yeah.
Not back to print to demand, off print to demand. So kind of back to reset amounts. The fucking site broke, which was like crazy. Normally there's like the little guy who's like walking. See him more than I do my loved ones. I feel like at this point. And then like, I think I was playing Overwatch. So what normally ends up happening is I'm usually, my alarm goes off like 5 to 5. It's a Secret Lair incoming. Sorry. And then I'll just wait. I'll just be like scrolling Blue Skies like 5 minutes and then I'll jump in the queue and I'll play Overwatch while the man takes an hour and a half or whatever it is to get to the end. Yeah, I was playing a game and it stopped. I stopped to look at my phone. He was like just staring me dead in the eye and like frozen, looking at me like some sort of fucking horror movie. Like he had.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
I've never seen him just turn. It was weird. Like he had like acknowledged my existence, which was like really, really strange.
It was very odd.
And then the whole internet broke, right? Like the website refreshed to say, do not leave the queue.
Yeah.
Your queue ID is blah, blah, blah. And then it was stuck for about an hour, right? It was it felt like at least an hour. It might have been 20 minutes, but it felt like a really long time.
It was less than an hour, but yeah.
Okay.
Then again, I don't know if I caught it at the start, maybe.
Yeah, I joined the queue like 30 seconds after, because I literally went refresh page.
I didn't even refresh the page because it automatically does it.
Oh yeah, whatever. As soon as it clicked, I was like in the queue immediately, and then it broke, and then like everyone was busted, and then people worked around. Well, people discovered some sort of workarounds to like jump the queue.
Apparently, that's been known for a while. People used that during the Monty Python one as well, from what I heard.
Right, okay.
So it's been a known thing for a little bit, but it's more of a, if you knew somebody who knew you.
Yeah, I also think like that will eventually be something that is solved, because you have queue IDs. You have to join the queue, so your queue ID says like you were X in line. So I think if they wanted to kind of clamp down on that, they could.
I think they're going to have to now as well.
They have to, if everyone knows about it, especially if it's the next. They've said they're going to do multiple Marvel Secret Lairs. So
yeah, and the fact is, it's an exploit, or not an exploit. It's a known feature of the queuing software they use. Like it's on their website. It says you can do it, so it's not like it's a hack or anything under the table. It's like,
it's just weird to give people queue IDs and then not abide by.
Yeah,
like it's just weird to be like, oh, I joined the queue after you, like fuck you, and then jumping ahead of you and sorting out purchase. Or I guess maybe a lot of it is actually more like the queue is really there for influx of like payment, so they're not like DDoSing themselves. I don't know, like, because you should be able to go, this many people are in the queue now, we are sold out. And then, or what have you. You should be able to work it out pretty easily. Anyway, weird, really weird, fucked up experience. And then at one point, they just sold out of the arcane signets.
Yeah, like, and they were showing it on the queue as well.
Yeah, they're like, no more arcane signets, which is not cool.
That actually live updated as Secret Lair sold out as well. Like, it was saying, like, foil Iron Man is sold out. Foil Storm is sold out. Yeah,
in the queue?
Real time. Yeah, in the queue.
I did not know that. That's heartbreaking. That's like, imagine if you're in a queue and you're like in there for an hour and a half, it's like, but the thing that you want's gone. Yeah, it was like, normally I'm like quite sympathetic to this stuff, because like so much of it is done by a third party. It's really out of their control. But they had to have known this was going to be possibly the biggest Secret Lair drop they've ever had. Like, comic book collectors are another level. And you're just opening the floodgates to like these absolute sickos. Like, they're... Yeah. Because I always said to... when people were like, oh, Lord of the Rings is like, it's big for Magic. I was like, you guys don't understand. Like, Lord of the Rings collectors will buy anything. And like... outside of, the Hobbit movies and like the Amazon show, they don't really get like a lot of like merch. They don't get like the core Lord of the Rings, like, Gandalf, Frodo, all that stuff merch. Like it just doesn't come by that often as much anymore. So for them to be like, hey, here's merch for you, it's super collectible. It's going to have, monetary value and all this kind of stuff. But I think comic fans blow that out of the water, because it's also just so much more in the cultural zeitgeist right now compared to something like Lord of the Rings. So I kind of like, I kind of think like you guys knew this was going to be absolutely fucking massive, and you blew it.
Definitely off the back of Lord of the Rings as well, because everyone's seen what happened with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And comic book collectors are already used to that kind of limited edition, limited run stuff. So they're just going to be all over it.
The only counterpoint I could say was that the Lord of the Rings Secret Lairs were actively bad.
Yeah.
So no one wanted them. So they were like, okay, this might be the demand for like this level of crossover.
The other thing this attracts as well is the people who scalp comic book stuff. Like the comic book scalpers are going to come for this as well. So the comic book fans and the Magic fans and the Magic scalpers, but then you get the comic book scalpers as well. It's just...
The comic book scalpers and the comic book flippers are like some of the just most morally depraved people you will ever meet. Like, they will just, as soon as they hear, this thing has been recalled, or like this thing is selling for like 10x on eBay because it can't get it anywhere, like they will flood shops and be like, have you got this? And I'll buy all of them. Like, so I think that behavior is has always been present in the comic book scene, and it's just going to show up here as well. So yeah, interesting. I'm really, really interested to see if they change their policy on the allocations for like Marvel Secret Lairs going forward. Because it also kind of feels like, I don't think like people were buying them purely for this is like a set amount. I think people were buying them because it's characters that everyone loves. So if they did print to demand, went, yeah, you have to wait 3 months. Sorry. I wonder how much more they would have sold.
A lot.
Honestly.
I don't as well. It's like you said in the past, how when they do like a showcase for a set, that kind of thing would be fine to be print to, like, you know, how they're doing it currently, because you'll get it quicker. And, you know, the sets are still relevant. If you were waiting 3 months for your Dustmorn showcase and it came in January, that would suck. Yeah. But I think waiting a bit longer for something like this, or how even how they did it with the Extra Life one, where there was a fixed amount. Yeah. Once that sold out, it went to print on demand. Not print on demand. It did, didn't it? Yeah. There was a fixed amount that if you got in early, you got it. Yeah. Shipped out, and then it's on like a backlog. Yeah. I think that's fine. And then you have a fixed amount of time where
just do it in waves. It used to be. Yeah, just do it in like wave 1 and wave 2. And then,
because I don't think I'm getting my Extra Life Secret Lair until March or April, because I was so late to it. Yeah, I was so late. But I don't care. It's like, whatever, I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones were like probably the fastest turnaround in terms of ordering and getting. Like, incredible. I've never had a Secret Lair shop so quick. Yeah. Like that is literally the only plus side, is these actually showed up very quickly, and it meant for content creators, like, they got to actually play with the cards and make content of them straight away. It meant for like audience members, they got to take them to stuff like, there's still Command Fest and stuff happening. There's Magic Cons coming up soon, so it allows people to build and have decks ready for those, which is cool. But yeah, if they were just like, yeah, by the way, everyone who buys these gets these, and you have to wait another 3 months, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, that's totally fine, and probably should have been the way it did it. I think the cards are sick. I think the everything about them, the full art nature of them, I think mechanically they're all really cool, and they all speak to those characters really well. Yeah. And it's got me really excited for like the next wave and Spider-Man, and like how, or the fact that they are going to treat these characters as well as they did the Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings and Warhammer ones has got me really excited, because you could easily just cash out here and not try. So that's been really, really reassuring as well. I think like that team that works on these kind of like bigger Universes Beyond projects has, I don't think they've got like a bad, like they've had a bad go at this yet, right? Like all the mechanically, apart from The Walking Dead, but I think that was just this is shocking. And then once the second one, it's no longer shocking, that's fine. Yeah. I think mechanically, The Walking Dead is probably the worst one out of all these kind of mechanically unique Universes Beyond sets.
AC as well. AC was great.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed was like insanely good. Yep. I think it's quite hard as well with Assassins, because all the characters are fundamentally the same. So being able to like what are the things that make each assassin unique from the one before it and the one after it, I think was really, really strong. So yeah, that Universes Beyond kind of design team has been smashing it. So I'm in very, very strong kind of, like, I'm excited for like, the Marvel Secret Lairs going forward for sure.
Also, Secret Lair talk. They raised $2 million with the Sheldon one. So
yeah, it's really good.
That's the kind of sales you get if you do print to demand. So
yeah, I think they said it's like the biggest charity effort they've ever had for not only a Secret Lair but like at Hasbro.
From consumers. It was from money they took, not from their own.
Yeah.
It was the biggest Hasbro one, and the biggest, obviously their biggest. But yeah, really cool.
But cool. Very, very cool. Right, we're going to move on to our kind of main bit. Okay, so we're going to play this or that. The way this works is I'm going to close down all the ads on EDHREC. Sorry, EDHREC. 1 second. But that's not the game. So the way this will work is we will shuffle a commander on EDHREC.
Right.
And then you will shuffle another one. And you say, I want the one before it, or I want this one. And then you will get 3 stays on your on any given commander. And then, unfortunately, Tom, that is the commander you are going to be playing for the rest of your life. No.
Oh my god. Okay.
I had to add stakes to it somehow.
This isn't a smash or pass. This is mechanically playing commander. I'm not dating them.
No, this is like I want to play this commander.
It's not if I want to kiss them or not.
No, we're not doing that today.
Dragon is the most attractive. All right, okay.
Yeah, it's too early. It's too early in the week for that.
All right.
God damn. Why is it when you zoom in, it makes the ad bigger? Like, who asked for this? Right. Let's do this. All right,
fancy some celebrations. Oh, DK. I already got DK.
Okay, so DK is invalid. You can't have DK.
I can't have ones I've already got.
Sure. Yeah, you can. But if you just go, I'll stay on DK, that's not...
well, let's see what we get. So DK, Finder of the Lost. She's a Dimir zombie Infinity dice rolling commander. She's a zombie employee.
So DK or Krav the Unredeemed. I will give you, if it's a partner with, you get both, obviously.
And it's it's the Angel.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with Krav and Regna because I've got a DK deck. So yeah, we'll go Krav and Regna. They're quite cool. It's like a sack. And does Regna make Angel tokens? Go on, click on as partner.
At the beginning of each end step, if your team gain life this turn, create 2/1/1 white warrior creature token.
Like a life. It's like a life game.
And it's like a aristocrat.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Rough mana costs though. Ooh. Right. Okay, so Crab and Ragnar or Roxy, Publicist to the Stars.
We're loving Infinity today.
Yeah.
Equal to the number of permanents you control with an art sticker plus the number of cards in the graveyard with an art sticker. Yeah, I'll go Roxy then. Maybe I'll build Roxy. Should I build Roxy? Yeah, maybe I'll build Roxy.
So Roxy is a 2 blue-red star for flying. Publicist to the Stars power is equal to the number of permanents you control with an art sticker plus the number of cards in your graveyard with an art sticker. Whenever Roxy enters the battlefield, distribute up to 2 art stickers among 1 or 2 non-land permanents you own.
I quite like that because the ship's got a load of like bumper stickers on it. That's quite cute.
It's weird. Okay, so
yeah, I'll go Roxy. Hell yeah.
Okay, so Roxy or Veronica, Descendant Scribe. No, sorry, Dissident Scribe.
Dissident.
Yeah.
So she's 2 in a red, human artificer rogue, 3/3 from Fallout. That's Canadian for Fallout. She's got Menace. When she attacks, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Whenever you discard one more non-land card to the first time each turn, create a junk token. So it's like an impulse draw, mono red. See, I don't like mono red, but I kind of wanted to like her. I think I had her in Rocco for a bit, but she was kind of a bit slow. I think I'm going to stay with Roxy.
Cool. So strike 1. Staying on Roxy. Roxy or Danifer Capuchin Paragon.
Mono white.
2
mono
and a white. Yeah. 2 and a white for a 2/2 human knight, first strike, visions, lifelink, or an equipment spell. If you cost 1 less to cast. So it's mono white Voltron.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Cool.
I'm not big on mono white, and I'm not big on equipment.
It's fair. Strike 2. Moving on to your third and...
Is it 3 strikes and I stay on them forever? Oh.
Yeah.
Arvinox the Mind Flail. It's 4 black for a horror. Enchantment creature horror. He's a 9/9, and he isn't a creature unless you control 3 or more permanents you don't own. At the beginning of your end step, exile the bottom card of each opponent's library face down. For as long as those cards remain exiled, you may look at them, and you may cast permanent spells from among them. You may spend mana as though it was mana ready color to cast those spells. I've loved this card since the day I saw it, but it's always been so expensive and so slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel if you could like turbo ramp into it in mono black somehow as a commander,
it's probably durable.
Yeah, I think there was a game nights where Jimmy played it. It looked quite fun. It's like it's kind of like a worse version of the new Valkavoth, though. I think I've got to stay on Roxy.
So Roxy is your. Oh, I don't have to get back to full screen. Roxy.
Roxy. Something publicist, right?
Yeah, Publicist of the Stars is Tom's.
It's an Is It deck that isn't Spellslinger.
Is it Blink, right?
Yeah, I need to check how many Is It cards put art sticks on things, but yeah, it's probably Is It Blink.
It's Blink. You just keep blinking Roxy.
But you need to swing with her as well, so like to get the win.
Give a haste or an Is It? You're fine.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I might have a look at this actually, because I don't have enough Is It decks. I've got one.
My turn.
So it's your BFF?
But he's alive, so he's not my BFF. He has to be my BFF. So my base pick, I guess, is Mikaeus the Lunarch. It's X and Y 0/0 human cleric, enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. I tap him to put a +1/+1 counter on Mikaeus, and then tap to remove a +1/+1 counter from Mikaeus. Put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Ironically, Mikaeus the Unhallowed is like one of my favorite Magic cards, so this is really funny.
Yeah.
Right. So Mikaeus or...
Little tangent. I've noticed that I seem to like all the cards where they're doing this, so I don't know why I don't like that Mikaeus. Like I've got a thing lately where every cool card is like they're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, as you were.
So Mikaeus or Old Man Willow. It's Lord of the Rings card. I'm just automatically going to veto it.
Old Man Willow's so good though.
Yeah, but it's a Lord of the Rings card. So I just don't care. So this is my first pick. Is Hazel of the Root Bloom, 2 black and a green.
Should we start this one?
You can, yeah?
Yeah, 2 black and a green. She's a Squirrel Druid. She's 3/5. Tap, pay 2 life. Tap X. Untap tokens you control. Add X mana of any combination of colors. At the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. If that token is a squirrel, it'll create 2 tokens that are copies of it. I upgraded this precon and then ripped it apart, threw her into Chaffang. She's pretty cool.
I was really on board with everything until the words, if that token is a squirrel.
I mean, you still do create a copy.
Yeah, but like, if you're not doing the squirrels, it's kind of
You can make copies of weird things. You can make copies of
That's true. It's not populate, right? So it can be any token, which is kind of cool.
You could do as saga constructs. You could do all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I'll stick with Hazel. I think it's more interesting than Mikaeus. Mikaeus just go wide mono, like white weenie.
Yeah.
So Hazel,
it's quite fun. It was just really similar to Chaffang for me to keep it.
Yeah, I don't have a squirrel deck, but I don't think it would be squirrels. Are there many like changeling tokens? I mean, there's shapeshifter tokens, right? But they're all like 2/2s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Balan Wandering Knight is 2 white for a 3/3 cat knight with first strike. Balan Wandering Knight has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. 1 and a white, attach all equipment you control to Balan.
Balan Wonderland.
Boring. I just don't like the mono white. I'm all in like on this like one card, especially as like the edicts are just getting like more and more popular in our format.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing so many edicts recently. So this is tough. I think I stick with Hazel for now. So that's strike 1.
Kaisa is I assume druid. 3 green for a 2/3. All green creatures you control get +1/+1.
For 5?
For 5.
Very unpopular commander. 111 decks made on.
Oh, she's an elf. She's an elf druid.
Elf druid. I mean, elf is not a bad creature type to have, I guess. It opens up. It doesn't really open up anything. It just means that you can play elf payoffs. Absolutely not. Sticking with Hazel.
Oh no, you're going to be stuck in Golgari unless we get a good one.
Yeah.
What's this?
Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt is 1 and a Mardu. So that's red, white, and black for a 3/5 dinosaur cat nightmare. It has mutate for 2, a hybrid Rakdos and white. So 5 mana total. If you cast a spell for its mutate cost, pull it over or under target non-human creature you control. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from underneath it. Fun. It has double strike. Whenever this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. Mutate, historically a very, very fun ability.
I love mutate.
Mutate.
I've only ever done mutate in the other colours though, so
yeah,
these 3
mutate
are
is
a mystery to me.
Fine in green based. Mutate is typically okay because you can do like Scoot Swarm stuff. I'm just see if there's like high synergy mutate stuff. So it's like Dirgebat, Necropanther. Necropanther is actually fun because it's the Sun Titan clause. Whenever you mutate, you Sun Titan, which is quite fun.
That is quite nice. I think I've seen Dirgebat, but I haven't seen any of the others.
Yeah, and I think they play all. You play all the bad. I mean, this one's actually okay, but you play like all the bad like Mardu mutates because you just don't have enough. Like Porky Parrot. Yeah.
I've never seen Porky Parrot.
Porky Parrot potentially goes into Wolverine because you can tap him to do 1 damage to a thing or 2 damage, and then you put counters on, which is good. This is a more interesting build than Hazel.
Yeah,
but you're like the other Apex beasts have more interesting mutate clauses.
Yeah, this is very boring mutate. It's just like
you just like
a creature.
You just not War. Is it War Leader's Helix? Yeah, it's War Leader's Helix. Does 4 and you gain 4. I think like being able to copy any token I want is more interesting than pay 5 mana to get a bad 4 mana spell.
Do you want to be stuck with Hazel though?
That's the question. It's like, do I want to run
for the rest of your life?
I do think though, like,
I think this is more interesting as a deck. Maybe the commander's less interesting, but as a deck,
Hazel can go in more directions, right? I can go like, I'm going to do like junk tokens or like
I guess.
Or I'm going to do like big creature tokens, or I'm going to do squirrels. I think like that's more interesting than mutate. Mutate also. Here's the other thing about mutate. Is every time you play mutate, you have to remind people of all the crazy rule text that mutate has.
Yeah.
That if you kill this, it becomes this. It doesn't mutate, but it comes into the battlefield. It's like all this kind of stuff. So, mutate just has way more cognitive issues than a squirrel. So I think I'm going to stick with Hazel.
Snapdax does having some incredible like showcase art though.
Does it?
And it's King Caesar Awoken Titan in the
the Godzilla stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, but it's got the they've got the like the hyper stylized, the Ikoria showcase.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really cool looking. So I guess you're stuck with Hazel.
I'm stuck with Hazel of the Root Bloom. Do you know what? Like even for a squirrel commander, it's not the worst. Like I think it's more interesting than just I get bigger if I have squirrels.
Yeah, it's a good deck. It's just every time I played it, it was just get to Chatterfang, do the Chatterfang combo.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. Awesome. We are going to move on to the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. So, as a reminder, the Magic Castle's Sicko Zone Hall of Fame is a collection of the weirdest, smelliest, wettest, most disgusting.
There's a lot of wet ones in here.
Yeah. Just downright downtrodden cards in the history of Magic the Gathering, as submitted by either myself or Tom, or guests or community. We mix it up in each episode, but then what we do is we take those submissions and then we put them into a big old chunky spreadsheet. It's sort of like we do this, and then they go into a Google Sheet.
But then once we've got 63 of them, we'll make a deck.
I mean, you might.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You might. And so this is currently our ranking of the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. Some just absolute monsters in here, from Camouflage, Amulet of Quaz, all the way down to Panglacial Worm. It is. I have the honor this week of selecting our Sicko. I have shot the tab that it was in. Give me a second.
Oh no, it's Hazel of the Root Bloom.
I found it. It's Haze. Yeah, it's not. It's actually it's not a good one. For context, I forgot it was my turn, and I did it 2 minutes before we started recording. Right, so I'm submitting Festival.
Okay.
Festival is a 1 mana instant from the dark. Cast a spell only during an opponent's upkeep. Creatures can't attack this turn. And it's got some flavor text. You can quickly guess why I've submitted the Festival for Sicko Zone, which is this guy.
He is so cool.
Yeah.
He's sick as hell. Him. Yeah.
His jester's hat's all like stitched up. He's been marked. This person's absolutely. If this is like an antagonistic relationship, this person's absolutely fucked.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
He's got a little skull.
He's carrying a skull. He's like some sort of like demon or some shit. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I need to know more about that guy.
The art, the effects, whatever, it's fine. I think like actually 1 mana, like skip a combat is good. This is bad. No, it's legal. Jesus. Okay. You can recur this.
How many reprints?
The Dark. 33 cents though, not bad.
Honestly,
yeah,
not that bad.
It's not terrible. It's not a terrible effect at all. It's like no.
It's got the old white mana mark.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can only play it during an opponent's upkeep, but
yeah, so you can't like
you can't be like before you go to combat
like they're going to play it.
Yeah.
Cancel it.
Yeah, so they can react. They can react to you doing this, right? They can go, okay, well, I'll just hold back this. So it's fine. But I still think it's quite, fog an entire person's turn for 1 mana.
Yeah,
in white, not bad. So yeah, this is purely for the art. It's not like weird. It's just cool.
Yeah,
and like it kind of doesn't match like the theme. I wouldn't say like white is like the festival color either really. So yeah,
I guess the flavor here is you're putting on a festival, so nobody's attacking.
Distraction,
they're having
maybe
a party, right?
Yeah, like, I guess. Oh no, I don't care, dude. I just love this guy. Tell me more. Tell me more about this guy.
Only after the townsfolk had drawn us into their merry celebration did we discover that their holiday rituals had a deeper purpose. Mysterious.
Very mysterious. So where do we place Festival? It's probably quite low. I'm fine with that.
Is it?
Oh, actually, it might be quite low. Oh, no.
Also, it's a Mark Poole joint who has done some incredibly iconic cards, including stuff in Fallout. I had no idea. Like,
yeah, he's still
the guy who did Ancestral Recall did freaking Dog Meat.
Yeah, he's still very active.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, he did stuff in Dustmon as well. Sorry, tangent. Position on the board.
I think it's weirder than Cosmic Horror. Might be weirder than Angel's Trumpet. Probably not weirder than Merfolk Assassin.
Yeah. Well, Merfolk Assassin's ability isn't exactly weird.
It's weird because it cares about an ability that just isn't prevalent at all.
I guess, but is a White Fog weirder?
No.
Yeah, I guess.
Because the hoops you have to jump through to make Merfolk Assassin good are really bad. Like you have to give a creature Island Walk.
You could play it against my Eluge deck that relies on a lot of Island Walk.
Yeah.
Hard counter there.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to work out if it's like, is it weirder than Angel's Trumpet? Maybe. I think Angel's Trumpet is just good.
Yeah, Angel's Trumpet is too good. Donnie really...
it's because Donnie plays it. Card. Huh?
Donnie plays that card, I think. That's why he came into his mind.
I think it's just good.
Angel's Trumpet is good.
So... Like I'd actually be tempted if we were to do another reshuffle. I think Angel's Trumpet actually might drop down a couple, but potentially. Spoilers. I think it's here. I
agree. Yeah, it's at number 20. Festival.
Oh, Jester guy.
He's sick.
This thing is just going to end up with like so many fucking in-jokes that we're just going to forget and then not remember.
I kind of like that guy for the face of the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. He is a Sicko.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he can be our mascot. I'm sure he's not owned by anyone.
Yeah.
I'm sure the statute of limitations on IP usage or from the dark are over.
I'll try and get an ultimate of him as commander.
For sure. So Festival is our new number 20. I will read off the top 5, I guess. Camouflage is number 1. Amulet of Quaz, number 2. Elvish Bards Alliance's Art is number 3. Temurian Fiends, number 4. And Chains of Mephistopheles is number 5. With Festival from the Dark and its cool Jester guy coming in at number 20.
Very good. Very good.
Did you know? Go.
I was going to say, when I was building Tiny Birds, Chains of Mephistopheles is a good card for him. So I was like, and then I saw the price tag and I was like, no.
Yeah, that's why no one plays it.
Yeah.
Did you know only 30% of you are subscribed? That's fucked up.
Unbelievable.
Please like and subscribe to the show. It really, really helps us out.
Yeah. Please let us know if the buttons do the shiny thing when we said it.
Yep, thank you.
Leave us a review. Follow us on Blue Sky. Repost jokes on Blue Sky because they're good. That one today, that is your Mona Lisa. That was incredible.
It took me like 2 minutes. If that,
yeah, it was brilliant. Incredible.
Thank you. And if you want to see what Tom's talking about, go follow us on Blue Sky and then follow us on TikTok as well.
Hell yeah.
You can follow Tom everywhere at Overfiend with an X. .com. You could follow me on Blue Sky and GCB, but I'd really prefer you to follow the podcast.
Please follow the podcast.
Thank you. This has been episode 19 of the Magic Castles podcast. We will see you in 2 weeks.